Welcome to Women on the Move Live. I'm your host, Kim McNair. You know, this show is all about women who are pace setters, entrepreneurs, and movers and shakers in the community. So if you're in business, about business, and ready to do business, you're at the right place and you're tuning in at the right time. So call a friend, tweet a friend, tell them that Women on the Move Live is on the air. Hey, my guest today is a true community leader. She's passionate about young girls, young women in the community. I want to welcome Ms. Dawn Murray. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful, and you?
Oh, I'm great. You're looking fabulous today.
Thank you, thank you. So are you?
Oh, thank you. It's good to have you here. You know, we're always meeting at the Women in Business Council meetings, but this time we can chop it up a little bit.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
That's good, good. So we're going to have a conversation, have some girl time. Okay. Now listen, for over 15 years, you've worked with pregnant teen mothers, and in 2005, you opened up the House of Dawn. Yes. So tell me, what drove you to that? Because I know before that you were more instructing and more counseling. What drove you to say, hey, I'm going to open up the House of Dawn? And tell us about that.
Okay. Well, actually, I was working in corporate America and knew I wanted to start my own business. Didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I continued to pray about it and ask God to give me the answer. And it came, he was like, nonprofit. I didn't know what I wanted to do though.
Okay.
So I thought maybe a shelter. I've always been the type to, love working with the homeless. But I was there visiting, volunteering, and a teenage pregnant girl came to the door and they had to turn her away because she was too young to come to the shelter. She was 17, pregnant with twins.
Wow.
And her family had put her out. And to this day, I wonder what happened to her. And it was something about that moment. I asked the owner there, I said, what's going to happen to her? Where's she going to go? He said, I turn them away daily. We don't have anything here in Clayton County for teenage mothers.
Wow.
And from that moment on, it took me 8 years. In 2005, we opened up our first program for teenage mothers.
That is wonderful. Look at you, Dawn. You're changing lives and keeping families together. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. So a facility like that, I mean, what was some of the challenges you had in kind of putting a transition home? Because, we're on the air here in Metro Atlanta. We're seen in Tennessee and parts of Alabama. Okay. So, if there's someone out there that's watching, right, and, that may have the same passion you have, what are some steps or what advice can you give someone, say, hey, this is what you need to do? Because you did it. You did it.
Well, one of the challenges I had was that I had a passion and a vision. I didn't have any money.
Oh.
So it took me longer than expected, but I had a drive, I had a will, and it was something I really wanted to do. So one of the things, we have 3 different programs now over the 11 years that we've been in existence. So it was important for me because I had such a hard time opening. I didn't know what to do. Wow. I had to feel my way. And so what I did was, it was a passion for me to start my second business, which is nonprofit success. And I show people step by step how to start their own nonprofits.
Oh, did y'all hear that? Step by step, how to start a nonprofit. This is the person you need to call. Okay, Dawn, this is awesome. I mean, I guess you're giving a lot of good information, and people, everybody wants to have a nonprofit, and they want to do different things, but they really don't know how.
They don't know the next steps. They don't know what to do.
That's right. That's right. Because myself, when I started my nonprofit, it's just a year old. I was like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? And I happened to meet a young lady that came to my church and did a workshop. What you do, and she just kind of took me through the steps, and it actually was very seamless. It was an online process. I was like, wow, because they made me. I always thought that it was going to take years, and not years, but months before this and that. But it was really
to
quick.
get the nonprofit is people think I just need my 501c3.
Oh no, it's more than that.
But you have to start the business, and then depending on the type of organization that you want. So if they want a group home, they want a residential program, I walk them through those steps.
That is great.
And show them what they need to do, how they need to do it, and so that because it's all about helping the people.
Yes.
And if I can help someone else help more people, then that's what it's about.
How many young ladies have you served over the years that you've been doing this?
Wow, hundreds. We've served hundreds. I know just last year we served a total of 43.
Wow, and these
families.
are all homeless, pregnant teens and young
Teens
women.
and young adults.
So the ages that you help are between?
Well, we have 3 different programs. Our Second Chance program goes from ages 13 to 18.
Oh, wow.
Our Independent Living program goes from ages 18 to 21. And then our Transitional Housing program, which is where they can have their own individual furnished apartments furnished by the agency, and that's 21 to 23.
Wow, furnished apartment. That's a great start.
Yeah.
Now you have a campaign going on, you said.
We do. We just purchased our transitional housing facility.
Okay.
We purchased our first home.
Oh, wow.
And, well, facility, I should say. And we actually have 8 units. And we were blessed to get a grant for our down payment. But now the goal is to get the property paid off. We've always been a debt-free agency, and we want to continue being debt-free.
That is good.
So we owe $300,000 on a property, and we're doing a capital campaign to get that paid off.
All right, it's going to happen. All right, we got to help Dawn. So we got to go to Dawn, houseofdawn.com. What are we doing?
It's www.houseofdawn.org.
www.houseofdawn.org. Help with the campaign. We want to get this paid off.
Yes.
Now, previously, the women stayed where? You had...
We rented apartments.
Oh, you rented apartments.
We rented apartments.
So
we have, for the transitional housing, we have other homes, but for the transitional housing, we actually were renting apartments. And we decided we're paying way too much money in rent instead of owning our own.
Yes, yes. Oh, girl, this is good. Well, you know, my grandmother always taught me when I was a young girl, I would watch them and they talked about, you know, buying a home ownership, it was so important. Getting a piece of the rock. That's what my grandfather said. You got to have a piece of the rock. So,
absolutely.
you know, we know about the rock. We're not going to get into that because we're not at church. But this is great, Dawn. And you have a fundraiser coming up?
Yes, and the funds for this fundraiser will be going towards our capital campaign. So it is our 9th annual charity event that will be held at the Morrow Center. And if people would like more information on that, definitely go to our website.
Go to the website.
It's an awesome event. This year it's a masquerade party.
Oh.
We're gonna reinvent Bourbon Street.
Oh, here we're gonna do that?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna reinvent Bourbon Street right here. All right, I'm gonna start looking for my stuff
Absolutely.
now.
We're gonna party for a cause.
Party for a cause, so I can get me a mask made and done up.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Well, this is great. I mean, you know, you've given a lot of good advice. You're already touching so many lives in the community, and I wish you could find it. If you could find that young lady that turned away with those twins, that would be great. I'd love to have her back on here with you, and we can kind of touch base on that. But look, you can go to WomenOnTheMoveTV.com. I'll have a link to Dawn's event as well as all her campaign and just all the information you can find out about the House of Dawn. Well, I want to thank you, Dawn, for hanging out with me today. It's good to have you outside of our meetings. Yes. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Women's Health Institute of Macon.
Middle Georgia's premier choice for OBGYN, liposuction, vein treatment, aesthetics, and much more. Our facility was designed with patient comfort and affordability in mind. Our JC-accredited on-site surgery center handles many procedures in office with no need for outpatient referrals. Our doctors and staff are highly trained and ready to serve you and your family. Call today for a free vein screening. Trust your care to Women's Health Institute of Macon.
Well, my next guest, she doesn't have to apologize for her accomplishments because she is a certified boss. Welcome, Akira Sharp. How you doing?
I'm fine, and you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad you could be here. You look fabulous.
Oh, thank you. You do too.
Black. All right. I'm loving it. Well, you are a boss lady. Now, at 23, you were running a multi-million-dollar business at 23. Oh, my gosh. So tell me, what was the discipline that you had in building a Safe Haven Academy?
Yes, it's Safe Haven Learning Academy. It was a lot of work. I had never been in childcare business before. I started off, I used to work for an insurance company, and I didn't make enough to even live on my own. I was still living with my parents.
Oh, wow.
So at the time, one of my best friends wanted to go into business together and ended up not being able to. She ended up getting a real estate license and pulling out. So I was already 75% done with the project and I had to move forward. So with all of my blood, sweat, and tears, it opened.
Wow, that is great. You know that secret person was by your side. They call him JESUS.
Oh,
you know
yes, ma'am. He made it happen. He opened the doors.
He opened the doors. That's great at 23. I mean, you know, a lot of young professionals, so we call them the millennials now, right? Mm-hmm. You know, they are trying to maneuver and do things, but you were able to make it happen. You had all these obstacles, but you overcame them.
Yes.
I mean, you did it.
I had my first child when I was 18 years old.
Okay.
But I still went to school. I went to Clayton State University.
Yeah, I went to Clayton
Really? So, school's hard, you know, having a young child, but my mother and my father really was my backbone. They really helped me with my child and made sure that he was okay while I went to school. I didn't graduate, don't have a degree, but I knew that working in corporate America was just not for me.
Right.
And so I had to do something to make sure that myself and my son did not continue to live in poverty. I mean,
Yes.
literally. So
And you
I
did
stepped
it.
out on faith, and God took care of me.
Look at that.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
it, did it. Look at here, y'all. Okay. Multi-million-dollar business, 23. All right now. So now, did you have a problem at that time with people taking you serious? Because you know when you're young and you have these ambitions, you want to do things. People are, oh girl, go on. You ain't. You know, did you have any of those obstacles, or really once you got past the situation with your friend, it just was like, okay, I got it. And I'm thinking like from the banks and stuff like that. But go ahead.
It was hard, honestly. You know, I found out in the community a lot of people don't want to help you out because they feel that you're in competition with them.
Oh,
So
yes.
a lot of things was trial and error. You know, I did a lot of research. I really, we had the internet, but I really wasn't too internet savvy. So I really drove around to a lot of different businesses and acted like I was customers and, you know, trying to potentially put my child in to get information because no one would just say, here, let me help you do this. So it was very hard to honestly get everything that I needed just to open the daycare.
Okay,
Very hard.
okay. So I understand you have quite a few other businesses, but what sparked you to keep moving forward and open other businesses? We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Okay. Well, you know what? I was young. I had a lot of energy, and I don't want to be broke. I know what it's like to be broke.
Yes.
So, you know, once you kind of get your feet wet, you just keep running with it. And so I learned how to master opening businesses and making them successful. And so therefore, thank God, I've been great at doing so.
Okay, so you have there's a lot of wealth and knowledge right here. You can definitely help the next generation that's coming up and that's coming along, and this is good. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk about some of those other brands because, see, I'm with the boss lady. We'll be right back.
When I first opened Just For You Women's Healthcare, I wanted to be an office that was unlike any other OBGYN office. I wanted to be a place where a woman could come and almost feel like she was visiting an old girlfriend instead of just going to the doctor. The inviting atmosphere, warm, safe, makes our experience different than any other you'll find out there. I'm being trusted by you to deliver your babies, your most precious possession. We're being trusted by you to do surgeries, and people trust us all the time, and we appreciate that so much. Our staff is warm and inviting. We have fun. We dress up for Halloween. You might see anything when you come into Just For You, but you'll always get a welcome face and a happy smile and a glad to see you. You will enjoy your experience here.
My name is Conchetta Smith, and I have been a patient for 5 years at Just For You OBGYN. When I met Dr. Johnson, I had been in a series of different doctors telling me different things about my body and running tests to tell me that I possibly would not be able to have kids because of some personal things that was going on. When I found out I was pregnant and a girlfriend of mine referred me to Dr. Johnson, I came over and had a talk with her. And our talk just basically consisted of my nerves and my nervousness and how things would be with this pregnancy in comparison to the first two that I had miscarried. And at that point, Dr. Johnson told me to calm down, get my nerves together, and she assured me that from this point on, everything would be okay. And if we got to a point to where it wouldn't be, then we would seek other options. Again, she assured me, Conchetta, don't worry. Things are going to be okay. We're going to do everything that we can to bring this baby into the world. And like she said, and she stood on her promise, along with her wonderful staff. Everyone here is just so phenomenal. I love every person in here because it seems like it's like a home for me. I feel at home when I come in here. They know who I am. They give me so much love and embrace me so much. I couldn't have Jemiah if it wasn't for her. My husband and I are forever grateful for Dr. Johnson, her skills, and her staff.
My name is Patricia Walters. I've been coming to Just For You OBGYN for 3 years now. I was sent here by my primary doctor due to my anemia. Dr. Johnson done an ablation on me 2 years ago. It did not work. So she done a hysterectomy in October 21st of 2015. My anemia is gone. I am truly blessed and honored to have her as my doctor. She's not just your typical doctor. She's your next door neighbor. She's your friend. She cares about how you feel. She's always there to talk to no matter what it's about. You can be honest with her. And she will be delivering my granddaughter in 1 week.
For sure you will enjoy it at Just For You. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you soon at Just For You.
Well, we are back. We've been chatting it up. We're having a good time here. I'm loving it, girl. I'm loving it. Now, look, just like I said, you have 3 brands under your belt. Now, you have a health and wellness spa called
Nirvana Wellness Spa.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Nirvana, because I might want to go get some spa treatments.
Well, I felt that the community needed something healthy, you know, different alternatives to laxatives and things like that. So we offer colon cleansing, body wraps, cellulite treatments, steaming for the lady parts.
All right.
And colon cleansing.
Oh, guys, that's amazing. I can come get the detox, the wrap, the cleansing. Ooh, nice and fresh.
All renewed.
All right now. That's good. That is good. Well, I have to come in because I definitely want to do the detox. I've seen a lot, and I've seen different things through advertisements.
Okay.
So I kind of want to know a little bit more about that. Maybe I can kind of do a spa day over at the spa. You know, I do have my Women on the Move. We have a movement, so we do a lot. So we'll have to come on over there.
Please do.
Now you have the chicken hut.
Yes.
Okay, so did you bring us some lunch today? Did she bring us some lunch? Are we gonna eat?
We're going to go to Ruby Tuesdays. We're going to go to Ruby Tuesdays
so
for my salad.
About the chicken hut.
Well, the chicken hut, honestly, what we do is we sell pretty much all of our foods fresh.
Oh, wow.
And we fry them or cook them however you need to. So we sell wings, we sell fresh seafood, frozen seafood, because you can take it home and prepare it also.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Oh, so we can go there and say, okay, I want to get a pound of this, that, and the other, like I go when I go to Publix.
Right.
And then I can take it home.
And
it's
prepare
already
it,
clean and
or
ready
we
to
can
go.
prepare it for you.
Oh, where's this located?
We're located on Riverdale Road in College Park.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Riverdale Road in College Park. I'll meet you guys at the chicken hut. We can all come over?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
good. Yeah, we're going
And leave full.
Okay, we're going to leave full. All right. Well, you know what? I mean, it seems like when you put your mind to something, you just handle it. You can make it happen. I mean, you have all these brands under your belt. You started young. Even when you had those difficult obstacles, things was thrown in your way, you continue to move forward. And that's what it's all about. You are a true woman on the move because you didn't let any of those things stop you. You kept moving. You kept going. You kept doing. So what is next for you, girl? Is it the movie, the book, what we doing?
You know what? I just feel that God, there's open possibilities. I mean, honestly, I can't say. I have a comforter line that I want to work on. I definitely want to launch Certified Boss, which is an organization that will help women and men who are looking to open up their own businesses. They won't have the same pit stops that I had. You know, I'm there to help you be able to obtain your goals and your dreams a lot quicker than I was able to.
Yeah,
so.
and you have all the experience, and that's really good. And it's always good to give back and reach back, like I said before, helping the others. And I think it just does something to you when you can see people that you've helped and you see them grow, and it's like, wow, I was a part of it. I feel like it's your little baby, right? Another little person.
It's the best gratification ever to see someone.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I mean, certified, stamped, done, certified. So, I mean, how can people get in touch with you? I'm going to have your information on womenonthemovetv.com, but how can people get in touch with you?
Well, they can reach me on Instagram or Facebook at Akira, A-K-I-R-A, Island, E-I-L-A-N-D _ Sharp, S-H-A-R-P.
All right. Well, I hope everybody's going to be just kind of getting on there, following you and becoming your friend. And we're going to be friends after this. And I'm just happy. And I'm glad you're on the South Side. I'm on the South Side as well.
Wonderful.
I know we are blowing up down there. And I can't wait. I tell all my friends on the North Side, when you get to south of 285, you might want to stop, pick up the phone and call me before you come on any further. So we can let you know it's all right to come on in. No, we're for everybody. I love Atlanta. We're all Metro Atlanta. And I always say thank the Atlantans, because you're
Born
Georgia
and
Peach.
raised.
That's right.
Yes,
You were
I
born
am
and
a
bred
Georgia
right
Peach.
here.
Yes.
And so I always say thank you for allowing me to come in and serve your community. How
Well,
about
I'm glad
that?
that you're here.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Well, look, this was great. I've enjoyed having you. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Hey Atlanta, if you're shopping for a new vehicle, you owe it to yourself to come see us at Heritage Cadillac in Morrow.
That's right. We've been in business for over 23 years, and the combination of our great customer service and Cadillac's great vehicles are second to none.
So come join the Heritage family today.
Expect the best. Heritage Cadillac.
Well, my next guest, I'm telling you, she's a leading lady in what she does. She's a former model, a singer, a university professor. I want you all to meet the lady named Pearl. How you doing, Miss Pearl?
I'm awesome, Kim. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fabulous. I'm glad to have you here. You look amazing.
Thank you. You look wonderful as well.
You think so?
Yeah,
You think so? Okay.
I like that color palette.
Oh, okay,
yes.
good. But you know, you're just stunning whenever you come out. I love your cut. I mean, you do it so well. All women can't. I can't do it short.
You know what? When I cut this hair, it was the best thing I ever did.
Really?
Because I can just get up and go.
Okay. I'll think about it. I don't know if I'm ready. Now, you're a former Ebony Fashion Fair model.
Yes, that's right.
You traveled the world. Tell us a little bit about that, because a lot of people don't remember how the Ebony Fashion Fair models traveled. I do. I used to wait for the bus to pull up. But talk a little bit about that.
So interesting. When I graduated from college, I was pursuing a music career. I was singing and rapping, and a photographer for Ebony magazine saw me on a website with my music. And he said, well, why aren't you modeling? And I said, well, you know, I've attempted modeling, but they said you're either not thin enough, or we have your look, or whatever it may be. And he's like, you know what? I think Ebony would love you.
Wow.
So he said, I'm going to send your pictures over. So he sent the pictures over, and they sent me a ticket to Chicago to audition.
All right, ticket.
Sent me a ticket to Chicago to audition. I walked for Eunice Johnson, which is John Johnson's wife. At the time, she was, I'm not sure, maybe in her 70s or so.
Okay, still young.
Still young, still very young. And she looked up at me and started touching my face like, oh my gosh, you look like a doll.
Oh, you
And
do?
she said, can you start tomorrow? And I said, I'm not doing anything in Miami. Yes, I can start.
Oh, that was
So,
that's awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah, so we jumped on the bus, and of course, Ebony Fashion Fair models do 200 cities a year. So you're doing about 4 to 5 shows a week. And it was interesting because outside of going to college, you know, I hadn't traveled quite, a lot.
Right,
so
right,
it was
right.
just a lot of traveling,
Like,
but
city to city, in
city
and out
to
of
city to city,
hotels.
city.
Okay, right.
But it was such an awesome experience because Ebony, for the first time in my modeling career, accepted my beauty just the way it was.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Natural beauty. Do you see this?
Yes.
Women on the move. Okay.
And let me mention one other thing. So we had a reunion about a year ago. So Ebony Fashion Fair started in 1959, if I'm correct. So I was meeting women that were in their 60s, in their early 70s that were saying, when we got on the bus, we couldn't stay in certain hotels. We couldn't stop in certain restaurants. We had to make our food before we got on the bus.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just interesting to have such a long legacy of models, models of color that, you can consider family because of that experience that we share.
Oh, that's a wealth of knowledge. And that can lead me right into, you have a leadership and modeling academy. So tell us about that, because I think this is all kind of how, these things, because you're a professor, we know at Clark Atlanta, and of course you had your music career, but this is your baby. Talk about that.
Yeah, so let me tell you how I transitioned out of that. So when I was modeling for Ebony Fashion Fair, I met a mentor that was a Harvard graduate, and he said, you know what, you're really bright. I think you should pursue your MBA. So I came to Atlanta and pursued my MBA at Clark Atlanta University. After I graduated, I did corporate, and when I came back to Atlanta, Clark offered me a position as a professor.
Okay, okay.
So I taught leadership and professional development in the School of Business for about 3.5 years. In late 2014, while I was teaching at Clark, I walked into a building, and you know, I'm kind of earthy. The spirit came over me and it said, "This is where you're going to open your school."
Wow.
And I said, "Really?" "Yes, you're going to open a modeling and a leadership school for girls in this community." So I went up to the director, I told her what I was interested in doing, and she said, "Yes, we can work this out." So
that is great. That is simply amazing.
It's been an awesome experience because I've been able to use my experiences and my journey to pour into other young women. And our program is modeling leadership and entrepreneurship. So
wow.
You know, the girls, they come to the school, it's not just for models, it's for young women that are looking to polish themselves and also looking to become leaders, because I feel
that's important.
It's very important in today's
world.
Presentation
is important.
Presentation
they
is
come
important.
out of the house, I'll be like, okay, did you not see that? I saw that. But they think it's cool. They're looking at the videos, they're looking at all these different things and don't know. They're acting. You look at these reality shows, that's acting. It's not, I mean, it's reality, yeah, okay. But again, you know, if you see somebody with doing certain things or certain things with their hair, they may be doing an ad, so they don't realize this is to sell this product.
Right.
That's not for every day.
Right.
Now, if you're doing a hair show or if you're doing a specific type show, yeah. But I mean, just to go out, you can't go,
Absolutely. So we teach them those things, presentation skills, etiquette. When you learn the runway, there's a lot of transferable skills in that. Your posture improves, your confidence improves. And then with leadership, what are your natural gifts and abilities? Because whatever you're passionate about is what you're going to put your time into.
That's right. Amen.
To deliver a quality product. So we start at age 9, and we have entrepreneurs as young as 9, 10, 11 years old that are creating products that they're passionate about, and then we help them create a platform on how to sell it to the market.
Oh, this is great, because I have a summit coming up in September. And I know school has started by then, but I would like to get with you and talk about a couple of your little entrepreneurs and introduce them to all the women at the Women on the Move Summit.
We would love it.
Oh, they would love that.
We
and to
would
see
love it.
the young, you know, the youngsters, the 9, 10, 12-year-olds, look at the entrepreneurs here. Look what they're doing, and look where we're at. I know, come on now. And this would be great for them, also a great experience. Now, you have a session. You have a summer session or something coming up.
Yes, so we just finished a summer camp, and we have a summer workshop coming up on July 16th.
Okay.
And then we start our next 6-week session, if I can get the word out, on August 14th.
Okay, all right. So each session is 6 weeks.
Each session is 6 weeks.
Okay, so if I do 6 weeks and I want to do another, does it advance, or do I need to kind of wait for it to come back around?
So it's a sisterhood. It's a sisterhood of female leaders. So once you do 30 hours at the academy, you become a pearl. And all the classes are free. So once you do 30 hours, you get into the mentorship role, where you're teaching other girls how to model and walk with confidence, how to be leaders, and also how to be entrepreneurs if they choose to.
Well, this is great. I am so glad that you had time to come and sit and talk with me.
Thank you.
A lady named Pearl. And after that, they become a pearl. So I might have to take a class, some refresher courses, so I could be a pearl.
Hey, we'd love to have you. Yes, Kim a Pearl, that would be a nice.
Come over there and hang out with the young ladies.
Yes.
And again, I thank you, because this is what we need. People need to know, you know, the things that you're doing, and you're changing generations. You're changing the community. You're, as they say, a change agent. So that's great. So thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, we had a great show today. I want to thank you, Pearl, for just closing this out. It's been a pleasure. I want to thank Miss Dawn Murray with the House of Dawn, and Akira Sharp with all the certified boss with all her brands. And keep tuning in to Women on the Move Live. We're going to keep bringing it to you straight with no chaser.